Namaskar, Vanakkam, welcome back to the Vegan Veranda, which is your favorite place for all things Indian and vegan. Today we have a very special guest with us, who has done a lot of stuff, a lot of activism for veganism in India. So Aputa, let's just tell something about him.
Yeah, so what happened was a few years ago, I don't know which exact year, but I think a couple of years ago, we went to this march in Dadar, which is like mainland Mumbai, and that time there was no TVV. There was only the Three Musketeers of Mumbai suburban activism, along with a few of our other friends who do activism over here, and we just went there and we just had a very fantastic day, extremely amazing march, and that is when I first met Ravi Keerthi. And I was surprised that he remembers me from back then.
Oh my god. You are actually a national hero in terms of vegan movement.
So are you.
The genius.
So I met him there, and he was, he was giving a lecture after the march. Not lecture, but like he was addressing the crowd in all Earthling Ed style and all that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What a comparison. No, long way to go.
I remember specifically because he was stressing on the importance of having seminars and lectures instead of other modes, which we'll get into as we progress with the show. So anyone listening, anyone watching, just sit back, enjoy, get your own black coffee or black chai or whatever you want. And this is going to be really great.
Because today we have with us, there is a very famous proverb in Marathi. It is called Murti Lahaan Pan Ravi Keerthi Mahaan. So let's welcome Ravi Keerthi on our show who is on a mission.
Thank you so much, guys. That was a wonderful introduction.
You're on a mission, and the mission is called Mission Vegan Andhra.
Mission Vegan Andhra.
Yes.
And eventually Mission Vegan India also.
Yeah. With all of us together, we can achieve it.
Yes. So, it's really great to have you here. We can just start off a little bit, rewind the clock. And can you say that you used to care about animals as a child? How was your childhood? Did you care about animals, or were you indifferent towards them?
Yeah, my childhood was. Since childhood, I was very fascinated by seeing animals. Whenever I see a bird or else squirrel, pigeon, dog of any species, I would be just staring at them 10 to 15 minutes at least. I used to name them every day with different names every other day. So I never actually it started from my father, my parents. My father had this dream of having a dog as family member since his childhood, but their parents didn't allow because of cultural reasons and also economical reasons. They used to live in around 20 members used to live in just 3 to 4 rooms. So that time it would be very difficult. So when he married and got kids, then he started adopting and treating dogs as family members. That's where I got that connection. And one more thing is, he ingrained in me, both my mother and father, ingrained in me that treat everyone fairly, never harm anyone. You can have your goals, you can have success, you can do efforts to reach your goals, but make sure you do least harm to others. So these both combined now, that's what came as a result, being a vegan activist. So I even used to interact with many street dogs. I should not say street dogs, free roaming Indian dogs.
Right.
That's the right word to address them, refer them. So I used to be just 3 feet as every one of us be at childhood, and we used to interact with so many different dogs every day. I used to feed them whenever I get even 5 rupees of money to buy a chocolate. I used to buy biscuits and feed them. All the adults around me used to warn me, please don't go very near to them, they might bite. But from then to till now, I have interacted with thousands of dogs, thousands of animals, and rescued 350 dogs who are deceased, accident hit, or else lost their loved ones their mom or else their children, they would be in panic, right?
Yeah.
Still, I don't have any dog bite till date.
Me neither.
So, so you rescued animals or you never interacted
I
with
feed
animals?
them regularly.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. By this we can say that if you don't go to harm them, they are not ready to harm you. So yeah, that's the thing. And I also actively went out there on the roads to stop municipality guys. You know, the municipality guys who pick. They have separate trucks to carry street dogs especially and dump them outside the cities. It was I think 2000, 2002, something in that zone. So back then they used to just kill animals using electric shocks. Though we have so many laws, PCA Act and dog rules 2001, even in the internet age now, we don't have animal birth control operations across all the municipalities in India. Now imagine what happened back then. The easy method to address the complaints from people about the dogs is just kill. It's an easy method. A municipality need not actually invest in any infrastructure or else manpower, and problem is solved. Dog population gone. Ultimately, it's about humans, right? What at least government thinks, even thinks now.
Yeah.
If we can see, that's why we are one of the top producers of meat, milk, and many other things. So, yeah, I used to fight with them. I used to punch them in their stomachs, and they don't know what to say. They just they want to avoid me because everyone is seeing the ruckus and all in the middle of the road. So they want to have a good image of municipality, that they are not doing anything wrong to dogs. So that's why they do what you call console me, saying that we are just taking dogs to some other street and leave them there. We are not just killing them. I would be like, okay, it's fine. At least they are not killing, right? It's fine. Then I would come back. Then after a few years, I got to know that, yeah, the dogs I used to interact every day are missing day by day. That would broke my heart. And yeah, these are the incidents in my childhood, like till primary school. And should I tell few more incidents where I rescued one animal and
Sure.
yeah, that thing actually impacted me more in my life. I think it's intermediate first year or second year. I was going to bring tiffin something for my family outside as a parcel. So I heard animal screaming in pain. When I went there, he was lying on a side drain. The tea stall guy is actually pouring lot of water on him, on top of the pain. So I was shocked to see nobody helping. I then asked what happened to the dog. Then they said the day before actually a vehicle hit the dog and the spine is broken, it seems. Then I rushed, took him out and holding him in a junction where I can take an auto or else rickshaw to the nearby government vet hospital, because back then I didn't know that there would be private clinics also, and I'm not sure even if they are there, they would treat street dogs. So I went there. I stood almost half an hour at the junction looking for auto rickshaw, but none of them stopped. Seeing the condition of the dog and all the blood marks on my shirt, that's when I got to know the what you call the empathy, the level of empathy of Indians, especially the view of people towards at least dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. So finally I got an auto rickshaw and I went there at 10 o'clock, I think. By 10 o'clock, when I reached, none of the officers or else what you call vets were there in the government vet hospital. Then I got the real experience of how India works,
Yeah.
how Indian government works, how Indian people works. Finally, they arrived at 10:30 or so. They just said, so it's very hard for him to walk again in his life. We can't do much about it. Back then, the government hospitals are not equipped with this scanners, operation kits,
Yeah.
and all those. Even now, even at least in major cities they are there, but in towns it's not there. So after that, I came back home. I was very hopeless, but fortunately, my parents, as they are very open, they told me, you can keep the dog at home. How many days he can survive? You can just take care of him. Then after 3 or 4 days, I was busy with so many exams. So that is the time when I was attempting exams. So at that time, even my parents are occupied with their work. We have a dog in our home, and the rescue dog
Yeah.
also. So it was so tight for me to actually take care of him. So what I did is, and I don't have any guidance. I couldn't see his pain, and I don't have any way to decrease his pain. What I can do? So I just being hopeless and also being very tight in the family situations. I just took him and kept him near a lake where there is proper ground, and I took care whether there are any bugs around so that they don't attack.
And you built a shelter.
Not a shelter, but yeah, sort of. Not a big shelter. So every day I used to go 2 times and feed him. Because of exams and family situations, I missed I think 2 times. One day. But then I went there after 1 day. When I saw him, he was dead. The maggots ate him completely from top to bottom, and that day it's like the responsibility I took to save a life just went off like that in 1 day. I was very upset with myself and with the world around, that I couldn't do much about the life. It was literally like my life was taken away from me. So a part of my life was taken away from me. So I held him and was crying for almost half an hour at that very place, and people were just saying, who is this weirdo? What is he doing? Why is he holding a dog, dead dog, that too, at the lakeside? What's happening? Yeah. After that, I didn't get any guidance, because now we can see the internet, and we are connected. We are talking about our experience situations. Back then, I think around 13 to 14 years, there was no animal lover. Even now, it is hard to find one animal lover in each street. So just imagine back then, maybe in 10,000 people there would be one. So what is the chance of that the other guy meeting me and we helping each other?
Right.
So that's very hard. And even we don't have any course from childhood how to rescue animals, how to treat animals. At least providing food, water. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. And after that, yeah. And one more thing is, my dad was shuttle player, and he is a shuttle player even now, shuttle badminton player. He started it at the age of 35, and he wanted me to go to international level. He wanted me to see as a champion representing our nation. So whatever he lost in his life, a missed opportunity, he actually insisted me to go into this shuttle badminton as a career choice. I was a proper shuttle badminton player, playing for the academy for almost 7 years of my life, which actually ruined my childhood. I am not afraid of saying that directly on my dad's face, because I missed all my childhood memories, all those little games that we played. My first movie with all the friends, all those things I missed. So Yeah, even that ruined my thing for animals, because I couldn't interact with my animals much. So yeah, this is my childhood, and later I started with graduation in computer science. I told my dad, "That's it, Dad. It's your goal or aim or else your wish to see me. I'm not into this. I'm not at all interested. I just went there to have fun just because you said so. Later I found it. I find it funny and entertaining. That's it. Nothing more than that. I have no passion or else nothing patriotic about that. So I just believed if you want to be patriotic or else prove something to the nation, just be nice to people. Yeah,
Makes sense.
sports representation is also good. That should be there.
Yeah.
But at least for me, that was an idea within my head.
Yeah.
And regarding humans also, I faced one incident which shook me from inside. Within months of the dog incident, a human incident also happened. An elderly age guy who is around 80, 85, something like that. He was laying on his own feces and urine. He was very malnourished, and I saw that and what's happening. Let's just help. I brought some samosa and gave it to him. He ate it, and somebody from beside shop came and asked me, "Is the old man related to you?" It was
Yeah, it's a ridiculous question. Yeah.
Why? Ridiculous question. Why should someone who is seeking for help or else who is in a trouble should be a relative for me to help in the first place? Yeah. So then I understood how the world has compartmentalized everything with all the identities we have, be it caste, religion, sex, gender, and many other things.
Right.
And I also brought him some meals so that he can eat for 2 more days. He ate a few morsels and just kicked it, and the meals fell into side drain. I asked Tata, what you're doing? Tata means grandfather, something. Yeah, something. Tata, what did you do? Why did you do that? I gave you so that you can eat for 2 days. You might not find any other meals, any other food. So he said, I had enough of food to survive for today. I don't want any other food remaining for the next day because I don't want to endure this pain.
Yeah.
That dialogue was like, oh my god.
Very eye-opening kind of situation.
I was like just standing there, just wrapping my head around that dialogue. That whenever I utter those sentences, it's still sinking in my mind.
So
Takes some time.
these situations,
Yeah.
how did they affect you? Did they turn you into a very empathetic guy or a very hot and rebellious kind of guy?
Yeah, I have been empathetic since my childhood. What you said, rebellious. Yeah, I am rebellious since childhood. I was asking questions who nobody was asking about. The only thing is, one of us is rebellious since childhood. But at certain times, due to family situations or else due to the peer pressure from the society or else from colleagues or else from other guys, we just stop asking questions even though we have questions. We are rebellious by birth. We don't want any injustice happening to anybody. Every person wants every person and animal and nature to be good, but they compromise the other things in their pursuit of happiness, at least perceived happiness, or else the happiness that society created, the definition of happiness that society created in their minds
Right.
due to social conditioning. So I was very persistent with my questions, but never rebellious in terms of harming others because of my ethics. I held to my ethics. I could have gone that way also. Yeah, the right question. As I entered BTech graduation, uh, um, the what you call hopelessness, helplessness,
Yeah.
and pure anger on the society is started to show, started eating me, started taking control of my mind,
Yeah.
emotions, all that. Even though part of ethics were there, they were overshadowed by my anger. So all the years I have lost my childhood memories and all. I was frustrated and I just want to live my life happily. Just want to enjoy with friends. So graduation was like दारू पीना, सुट्टा, और ये सब मस्ती, movies, bunk मारना, ये सब. So after 2 years I realized, yeah, we can also have fun, but we can also do few good things in class. I was an average dude in terms of education, but I never failed in any exam. I'll make sure that as my parents are actually running a school, I just I just don't want them to get a bad name. In Telugu there is a proverb also, Pandita Putra Paramasunta means
There is a similar one in Tamil, but I understand.
corrected.
What does the second line mean?
Paramasунtaha means a foolish cat. Stupid cat.
Okay.
Pandita Putra, you can
I
understand.
got it, yeah.
So, then I started doing little bit of service in the form of NSS, National Social Service Scheme.
Okay.
I was leading the team of around 40 people. We took a village, we adopted the village actually, and we did few things like plantation, conducting a medical camp, and painting the school, and so many other things. So I have seen and experienced the lives of rural people just there, first hand, real, face to face, for so many days, almost 10 to 15 days. Even though that is very small, but I can get the sense what's happening there. But when I come back to my city where I live, it's completely different. Though we have our problems, but all the politicians were claiming that whole Andhra Pradesh or else whole India is entering a golden age. I don't see any golden age here. There, at least, nobody is wearing a gold, at least, rural areas. They can't afford it. So, I was very shocked by it, and again, this rebellious thing came. Me doing some nasal service scheme might change few things in a small area, but what about India? So I just assume that all the problems can be solved by just eliminating politicians, eliminating political system, eliminating politicians, cricket and movies, because those are the influential things in India. Yeah. So I was like,
Total anarchy.
It was not like Naxalite or Maoist, not something like that, but because I never read a book except for academic books. The only book I read is Homo Sapiens.
Okay. You will know
That's
Harari.
fantastic. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That gave some insights. That was a very good book. So where I was?
The rebelliousness.
I even wanted to go and kill all the politicians. I wanted to hold a gun, and all those things came into my mind. But later I realized it's not the way to change society. No.
So did you actually get a gun in your hand?
No, I was very close to that. At that moment, it could have happened, but I realized I care for my life first thing, and I came into conclusion that I could do more better things in a peaceful way, in a more impactful way to the society, not being violent. So that's when I realized. And also dealing with the society means you and me, humans like us.
Yeah.
So if you want to change humans, you need to deal with humans, you need to interact with humans.
Can't kill them off.
In a way that aligns with the values we believe in. Yeah, that was the conclusion from that. And then I went to MBA because I was not clear about my career. All my BTech, I was either doing service or else acting as a class representative for my class, and these rebellious things, and a cute short love story.
Oh.
just one in my entire life. So I took PGDM in Hyderabad. My parents were well off; they could afford it. So, and again I continued with the service there also, in the form of institutional social responsibility. It was good. We adopted a village there also, and then my life-changing moment happened when I saw a video of PETA, 60 seconds leather or 60 seconds dairy, something of that sort, where they covered the cruelty part of it. So from then, I just got to know, after almost from intermediate to MBA, I was never thinking about animals that much, so I used to feed dogs and all. The 99% of violence happening to animals across the world, I was not exposed to that. I was vegetarian, I was raised a vegetarian, but I ate meat in graduation. Just being that rebel, I just want to question everything, I just want to experience everything.
Yeah.
That's when I ate meat. Though I used to feed dogs, I never saw the other side of animals.
Yeah.
So as we know, we live in such bubbles that sometimes we don't think outside the bubble. Someone needs to break that bubble, and let us see what's the reality. So when I saw that, I got to know the plight of animals even in India, but I was never connected to the ethics part of it. Oh, this is happening, that's bad, that cruelty should not happen.
Correct.
But I was not aware of what I can do from my side individually to not participate in that injustice. I just felt bad. I never struggled to go vegan, but I struggled to know what veganism is.
Okay. So lack of
When
information.
I got to lack of information. Now we have so many videos. Back then only Gary Europsky was there, our hero, the legend.
Who, by the way, our beloved Gaurav is emulating.
Yeah. So I saw his speech. I think it's still there on the internet.
It's still there. Still going strong.
What's the title of it?
The best video that you will ever see. Best speech you will ever see. Ever
Best
hear.
speech,
You'll You'll ever see. I think it's 45 minutes or 15 minutes.
No, it's 1 hour long. Around
1 hour long.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw that. Then I got to know about veganism. Okay, there is a social justice movement. So there is an ethics part of it. So I can do that. I can be a participant in it. That's when I got to know. Then I left all the animal products. Yeah, but I admired what Gary Europsky did, but I never thought I would be in his position. Means not in the position of what he did, but his role, whatever he's playing as an animal activist to inspire others.
Okay.
I never thought of it.
So you were a
back then.
rescuer until this time.
A rescuer, and I used to tell all the other guys around me, as you know, we have this fire within us, who all the vegans, whenever we go vegan, we want to change everyone because we suddenly got to know so many ghastly things in the world. We want everyone to go vegan the next day. And we feel sorry about our human intelligence.
Yeah.
Why? You are not getting this silly thing. you claim to go so many places. You want to build something on Mars, and
You're like killing animals right here.
there. So yeah.
So how was your transition to veganism? Was it like an overnight shift, or was it like?
It's not an overnight shift because of, as I said, lack of guidance, lack of clarity of definition and all that. It took around 2 months for me.
Okay.
And when I went vegan, I thought, yeah, I'm the only vegan in India.
This is like every vegan. Vegan thinks this.
But not now. Around 4 years ago, yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much true for almost everyone. Yeah.
So what was the hindrance? What took you like 2 months?
The clarity about ethics part.
Okay.
And my addiction of tea.
So if you guys want to learn about the tea and coffee part, we made a video that we'll link somewhere over here. Go check it out. Yeah.
It's pretty easy, pretty tasty, and most importantly, cruelty free.
To make vegan chai and vegan coffee.
Totally.
Yeah, and that addiction happened because of my parents. As you know, Indian parents drink a lot of tea and coffee. My parents especially, at least 6 cups of tea a day. Same?
Kapi, but not tea, kapi, but yeah.
Kapi.
But 6 months. 6 cups. 6.
Okay. Yeah, that was that, guys.
So once you figured out all this stuff, was there a spiritual awakening thing? Like, did you tie any spirituality into this, or was it just rational? This is the right thing to do.
Yeah, since childhood I was very rational about things. Though people say emotional people can't be rational, that's not true. I was very emotional. I was almost crying whenever these incidents happened. But I was very rational too. That's why I took right decisions in right times, like moving out of this rebellious thing and taking the direction of veganism. That's very rational.
Yeah.
So what was the question? It's about spirituality.
That's why.
So at the age of 20 to 25, I feel every guy in this world should go through this. I feel everyone goes through this. We have so many questions. Who am I? The first question. What about this world? How I am created? Is there any meaning in my life? Are we keeping purpose very purposefully to lead a life and not go to death? So these were the questions rattling me up for almost 1 year, and it got extended due to my job because of all the work, and I was very busy with the work, and along with the spiritual questions, there was no one to guide me. Though my parents were saying so many things, I was not satisfied with their answers, basically. People might actually leave these questions because they might be doing some other work, or else because of hobbies, or else because of the work, or else chilling out. I was so alone, being a vegan, being an environmental conscious guy, being a rebel, and also somewhat egoistic, who doesn't want to listen from other guys.
Yeah, totally.
So that happened, and I went into deep depression.
Okay.
Not just depression, deep depression. For almost 2 years, I was in depression, and I was just drinking, smoking, and doing lot of work for almost 13 hours a day. It was a very challenging period for me. Though I loved my work, I specifically choose my work. Though I got offers from 7 companies with lot of pay and a pretty normal job, without much pressure, I took a challenging role, market research, which I was very passionate about because I was very good with numbers and statistics. I even got a Best Employee Award for 3 consecutive quarters.
Wow.
In my job. But all that aside, something is happening in my mind. I was very weak physically, mentally. Even my behavior is changing day by day. I don't know what to say people, how to talk with people. I got slowly isolated, bundled up with lot of questions and nowhere to go. And then one day I just kept a mail. I just went to office at usual time. From 9 to 12, I didn't type even a word in the Word document. I used to write at least 15 to 20 pages a day when I was in job. But that day, I didn't type a word. And the only 2 words I typed is, I quit.
With one finger.
With one finger. Bang, 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 bang. To my CEO, he called me up and he said, what's happening? I know you are struggling with some questions, and I know you are a vegan and environment conscious. I can see that you are wearing the same shirt for 6 days. 6 days straight, I can see that. But yeah, how can I solve your issues? Because he just want to retain a good employee.
Yeah.
So I said, it's not about job. I'm done. I was just talking like this without any energy left. I was exhausted. So, it's done. It's done. What's done? So he's offering me some solutions. Do you want to go to yoga center, or else you want to chill out in some other country, or else you want to start a vegan business. He even offered vegan business. So I said, no, it's not about that. I just want to rest. Then he said, just pay 2 lakhs as you are breaking the notice period and the bond, and then you can go. I called up my father. He's always there, the savior for me. So he said he didn't ask any questions because he knew that I was going through a tough period for almost 1 year. So he knew what I was talking. So he said, yeah, please come back. He was worried about me.
Yeah.
Yeah, once he get it right, he can get another job. But yeah, what if he does a suicide? So he was worried about me. Then everything was right. I gave the 2 lakhs. The next day I left without meeting any of my colleagues. And I came back, and for 8 months I did nothing. I was so exhausted that my brain, my body didn't work. I was just sleeping and doing meditating. That's when I don't call it spirituality, but it automatically happened. I was just doing meditating without following any guru. Like many other are there, I just didn't want to follow anyone. Just want to follow my own thoughts, my own thing. That's where I think everyone can figure out who you are. That's where you can get the right answers. If somebody says life is this, life is that, no, you have to figure it out yourself. That's when the actual realization happened. So I was doing that. I was meditating. I was very serious about it. Means not while meditating, but serious on meditation. So then at some point I just wanted to leave this body because I felt there's no meaning in me being alive or dead, because at this very moment crores of planets are just bursting off in the universe. Universe doesn't care whether I exist or not. We are being humans actually defined everything with all the conditions, physicality that we are seeing. So I tried it, but I failed. I don't say I failed. It
did help in some way, but
yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
What I was aiming at, it didn't happen. So then I just stared at myself and just took a deep look into myself and saw 2 things. 2 things were very clear at that time. The hunger and the pain, physical, mental pain that I am experiencing. That's when I started, okay, shed all this off. Better not to put any meaning to this life. At that moment, I am not thinking put any meaning to life, but I am just experiencing. the pain, those are very real. Those are very real. Rather than the meanings that we manifested every second. And also I thought if we start putting meaning to life, we are actually compartmentalizing the life experience. More we put meaning, less we experience life. So then I started, okay, as long as I live, I will respond to any other's hunger and pain as I respond to mine. So that's when activism was never a passion to me. Activism is not an interest to me.
Just out of necessity.
It's a necessity. It's from within. It's coming out. Because I want to stick to myself. What this heart and mind is saying.
So it was like, this 8 months of period that you went through. It's like almost like a second birth that you took. All 8 months of gestation, and after that, a new Ravi Keerthi emerges out of.
Yes, true, very true. And then I started doing rescues because that was the one thing I was good at least. I don't know where to start, because when if you see human issues, many people are actually fighting for human issues already, and as compared to animals, humans have very less issues in terms of magnitude and in terms of variety also. And we have courts, we have NGOs, we have government, we have fellow humans who would listen to our issues. What about animals? And one more thing, humans created issues for humans. Animals didn't create issues for animals. We created them. So I started doing rescues. After 9 months, I think I took 1 lakh from my father again, and I started doing rescues. He scolded me. Then I realized, okay, it's not about me spending and doing all the rescues. I think I need to make some other people active. I need to connect with others, pull some funds, because there are people out there who wouldn't do rescues directly but are very happy to fund people who do. So after interacting with 350 animals, then just one day I realized, okay, the lives of those 350 animals have changed, at least for near future. They might meet an accident next day. We don't know. We can't predict anything. For animals, at least for humans, you can predict something, but for animals, you can't predict anything in this cruel world. So after that, I realized this is not impacting the society, where we are 135 crores, 140 crores now. How to change people? As long as humans are not realized, there will be exploitation of animals. So the target is humans. So 90% of my time should go in interacting with humans, not with animals directly. Then I started giving lectures, going to schools, colleges, taking permissions, and interacting with the young people. Because 35 plus age group,
not very receptive. Yeah.
So there are many stigmas. It is very hard for them to, and they don't have time.
They are set in their ways, I will say.
Yeah. Anyways, we have 70% youth population who we can reach through different mediums. I just thought go and interact with them, because one thing I was afraid of is they might not listen to me. College administrations may not actually approve my request. That was my fear. And back then I was living in an area where I thought people were not receptive to any change, new ideas, and something like that sounds foreign. But strangely, to my shock, they were very receptive. If not positive, at least they were open to listen to what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's very good. So even colleges, 70% of my requests were actually approved, and I was giving lectures not every other day, every other week at least, and I started to see people actually listening to me and getting impacted, at least for that lecture, and people coming up to me and saying, "You have opened my eyes. I never knew this. Thanks to you. From this lecture, I will definitely see animals in a different way. If not completely different, at least started to see different in my view." 5 to 6 people at least used to come, and for my expenses, for projector or else laptop or else for my transportation expenses, animal lovers around me used to fund me. So that's the thing. That's where I started my activism. Yeah.
So after you quit your job, and I see you've told us that your family is quite well off. But then, how did you manage your finances? So for lectures and all, you used to get some help from other animals, animal lovers. But what about other finances? Did you find any ways to solve that problem?
Yeah, basically, I'm a minimalist, so I don't have any desire to have some possessions and feel proud about it. Though people never use it sometimes. As I said, my parents are well off, and they took care of my shelter, food, electricity bills, and all that. So that was not an issue for me. But still, being a minimalist, also you have your needs. Few things you want to enjoy sometimes. So all the funds till now I use at least 5 to 10% of it for my personal expenses, and 95% of it to the activism.
Great.
Because if I don't exist, if the few little things I have, if I don't get
fulfill those, you can't.
Yeah.
You'll burn out again.
Yes, absolutely. And also, my friends were not so supportive of this. They were like, "This is just a trend. This is just a fad. He's just being mad. It will go off in few months." They said that first, and later, as I said, we have this fire within us to change everyone, and we keep on putting those cruelty statuses. Why don't you change? Why don't you change? We use it to score. At least I use it to score.
Angry boy stage.
Even though I did meditation and all that, but again, why did I not change it? So then again I realized this is not the way, and this is not the right approach, and these are not the right people to approach, first of all. Because I always suggest to vegan activists and vegans also, please don't approach family, friends and relatives first. That's not gonna work, because if you are in relationship with anyone, what they see is how you are respecting that relationship, and whenever you talk about veganism, they feel that you are taking away something of which they feel as choice. You are taking away from them. They feel that we are taking away freedom from them, but they don't realize that we are talking about freedom of animals. So they judge the messenger without taking the message directly, because they have been seeing you since childhood. So if you talk with a stranger with the same message, they would receive.
Yeah.
Without judging you. Kind of better than
relatives, for sure.
Yes. So all my friends since childhood who have been in connection with WhatsApp or Facebook, they just block me. I was very alone, but I didn't get upset with that, because if I felt they are not true friends. If they are true friends,
accept you for what you are.
Yeah, if not, they encourage me, that's fine. If they don't encourage, that's fine. At least they should be neutral about what I'm going through. If I was in depression, then they could have stopped me from something, doing something. But I was very clear on my approach and on what I want to do in the future. Yeah. So even I have to give credit to my parents. They have shielded me from all the nonsense from the society, all the statements from the society around. He used to say, "Hey, this guy actually, his father actually spent so much money for his PGDM and all that. But what he did is he left his job. He's afraid of capitalism. he couldn't handle stress. That's why he is going around all the dogs. See, he want to rescue chicken. He want to change people to vegetarian. Why? It's a job. People who are jobless do this. So these were the statements. I never took it seriously because I want animal liberation. Yeah, I was very sure that these will be the statements of everyone who also see my videos, because society was conditioned like that. Yeah, and then I started doing videos. Harsha Atmakure and me got connected. We wrote the script together and we did videos. He did the editing part, he did the shooting part. We both did the writing part and I presented. We released 3 videos. I named it Mission Vegan Andhra. It was just instantaneous. I didn't think of it much. What would be the future impression of that? I didn't think of it much. I know the word vegan. I just want to target Telugu people because back then also we have so many documentaries in English. We should cover the Indian audience, and UFC was there, United for Compassion. They were also doing something in Hindi. Arvind was there in Tamil. So I just want to target the Telugu audience, because Telugu audience are not just 1 crore or 2 crores. They are 8 or 9 crores. So it's not a small population.
And it's 2 states.
2 states. Yeah, and I also want to be very relatable in my approach. So we did those videos, and seeing 10,000 people watching my video and putting comments, oh bro, eye-opening bro, oh that's cool, I should do more videos than lectures. That's when I realized. And but regarding funding, I was very stuck because me and Harsha a few months later after doing these videos got separated and I was alone. But I wanted to do videos. Doing videos is not a small thing. It's not TikTok. TikTok can be done on phone. But not the videos that you see.
Hardcore editing cannot be done.
But with 10 minutes of videos that can't be done. You need to have a proper system, phone, tripod, mic and all this. But I don't have money. I can't ask my parents again and again. They were open in me doing activism. That's the biggest thing I can ever get from them.
Totally.
So I was like, okay. So I will not be shy. I decided that I will not be shy in asking help from others. If you want to achieve few things, you have to put your hand ahead and ask. So I even experienced it in rescues because you can't do everything. People need to support. There should be some support systems for people to rise up and speak against oppression, or else do help other animals or humans. So I used to put in my WhatsApp status that I need a phone. Please help me for shooting videos. I need a tripod. People were so generous in the Indian vegan community. They actually helped me within very few days of my request for help. And I started doing videos on my own. The first 2 videos were very bad, very bad. Later I got to know from many comments from the vegan community, secretly putting in my WhatsApp, messaging in my WhatsApp, not putting a Facebook comment. They don't want to demoralize me. And then I started doing proper videos, and I think now I reach around maybe 60-70 lakhs views on my videos. That's not big as compared to Arvind or else global activists, but yeah, okay. I think it's fine.
Eventually, I mean.
Yeah, I can do better. In between also I faced few issues of personal issues, and even I went into rescues for 6 months because of the personal issues. But yeah, back to my life, back to my vegan activism. So that's the thing, guys. That's how it happened.
Gaurav, I hope you're writing this down because we're gonna need funds.
Yeah, one more thing I just want to suggest every vegan activist who is listening or watching this video. Guys, if you are very clear about your plan, if you have that will, fire in your heart, so this is the thing. Being very committed to the cause is not the only thing. That's where it starts. You need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, it's not working. You'll be very clueless and will be wasting your time, energy and resources. Don't be like that. Have a plan. At least an idea of from 3-4 years. I even had a plan. Means I was very clear. Okay, I want to target Telugu audience. I want to do videos, educational videos on speciesism, veganism and all that. I will apply for funds if I want. I was very clear about it. Be knowledgeable about activism. There are many activists now who are doing things with the support of funding. So you can approach them. You can approach many funding organizations, be it Veg Planet or else Pollination Project, Animal Charity Evaluators, and there are many others out there. But be clear. Talk to the activists who are already doing since years. You'll get a clarity. Then take your decision. That is my suggestion.
So
we need more full-time activists. That's for sure. 100 part-time volunteers is one thing, and one full-time activist can actually match their work.
That is it's a very valid point. But would you like to comment on what are more effective ways of activism and what are less effective ways of activism? So we see a lot of people who are doing, leafletting and all. They are doing vigils.
These are full-time activists, by the way.
Yeah. So would you? Our views are very clear. We should do the types of activism that are most effective. But in your opinion, what are the best ways to go ahead with talking to people about veganism?
According to my experience, I have done everything. Right from leafleting, because there was no guidance for me in the initial days. Even I did leafleting 2 to 3 times. I even did leafleting for my lectures. I think that would be fine.
Yeah,
because
that would
you
be
interacted
fine.
You interacted with them for almost 1 hour, and that would be like, okay, mark reference for them to go through it. But just leafleting. Today only I went to market for buying vegetables. I parked my bike outside and went, did all the thing and came back. When I came back, they put a leaflet in the break. Open it, put it, release it. So 99% of them, people just throw it away. I gave it back to him. We all know that will not work. Whenever you see a sales representative or these marketing guys outside, no. We'll be putting our hands from 1 kilometer. No, don't give it away. Just don't waste it. Just don't waste it. We know that it's not working. I personally know through vegan activism that it will not work. These organizations come up with some strange statistics that 1 in 7 people actually change to vegan by seeing the leaflet. No, I don't think so.
So Arvind actually has, I'm talking about Arvind, animal activist, of course. So he has this idea. So I think one of the organizations came up with this statistic that 1 in 2 people actually create, have a change of mind after reading leaflets. So he was like, what if we print like 200 crore leaflets and we just like rain it on the country? Would it work? Of course it won't work.
Yeah.
So what are the better ways to go about it?
Even street outreach is also not a best thing. If street outreach is shot as a video and put it on online, then it would work. People interacting with other people and other people seeing what people are.
You know what? When I would justify leafleting and street activism is before that threshold of 10% of people who today, the society that we are living in today, I can say easily more than 10% of the population at least has heard the word vegan.
Yeah.
So we no longer need to focus on the strategy that at least they are hearing the word vegan. We don't need to focus on that strategy anymore. That that threshold has been crossed. We have to focus on 10% of the people actually changing to veganism right now.
Yeah. The first step in it is to see whether they have the right impression of what vegan is. That's where we need to start. But many organizations have actually ruined it, targeting the sensitive issues like Jellikattu, or else recently I would Vita versus Amul. That's a very bad strategy, guys.
Very bad
Hope you
strategy.
agree with me.
We made a video about it. We talked about it. You can find it here.
Yeah. So many people don't know about veganism, and you want to go what you call takkar.
Yeah, head on
the
collision.
offensive.
Head on with the biggest company, dairy company in India. Say, start vegan milk now. Why don't you start vegan milk? What? ऐसे चलेगा क्या? नहीं.
You need to have leverage, dude. मतलब if you're
नहीं भाई.
if you're asking for something.
कस्टमर से तो वही चेंज करेगा. People का चेंज करो ना पहले. Why ask company?
Correct.
Yeah, the company will again come up with a human rights card. Then why would you? क्या हुआ अभी? So that's the thing. And according to me, according to my experience, the first one is online activism, obviously, because people can actually come back and refer, share, and you can actually impact them with a lot of visual sounds. You can bring them some clips, and there will be a page you can maintain where people can come back and refer. So many videos. If they have something, plants feel pain. Okay, plants feel pain. Link maro, or dekha. So people can refer it.
A very funny thing that Arvind, animal activist, had talked about when we had his podcast in here. Abota, you will remember this. He said when he was doing activism, he was trying to talk to someone in a mall or some public place. Like, oh brother, please go vegan, and he's going to talk to him. And that guy is on his phone continuously. He's not doing anything else. So he thought, I should appear in your phone.
Wow.
Mind blown.
Is that the actual thing? Why he started online activism?
Probably, I think so. If I remember correctly.
He mentioned it in the
He
podcast.
mentioned
Yeah,
this.
that makes sense. Total sense.
So it is kind of Arvind taking revenge on that guy who didn't pay attention. So he was like, oh, तू मेरे को सुन रहा नहीं है, मैं तेरे फोन में आएगा अभी.
Oh my god. So according to me, online activism is the best thing you can do, because it can also reach so many people, and you can target different kinds of people. You can share it in different groups with different set of strategies and different videos altogether. And second one is lectures. Though it is not effective as online is, but people who don't want to appear in this online platforms and reach so many people who are very comfortable with closer set of audience, but a good speakers. Talk what they know, because if you get 60 questions after the lecture, you should be ready with all the logics you have. It's not just about emotions. People have all the logical questions. If they are not convinced with any logical questions, because you are talking to them about an alien thing which they didn't know for 20 to 25 years or 30 years. You are telling it in 20-25 minutes. So it's just a seed. They have many doubts. People might not even ask questions, and they feel that if I ask questions, what if I get the right answer? That right answer would actually kill my ego and I might change to vegan. So better not ask a question. So that's when I started actually thinking as a student, and I got this strategy. Along with the lecture, I will also tell the question myself and answer myself to the audience. Then there is no escape.
Right.
Then there is no escape. Yeah. From then I think I did almost 150 lectures across 2 states. I think nobody did more than 100 in India. Means not to feel great, but yeah.
I think apart from Arvind.
Arvind did around 40 to 50.
Oh,
lectures.
really?
Yeah.
We did
So
just
you are
one.
the Gary Yourofsky. So you are the Gary Yourofsky of India.
I'm not sure, man. He did 6,500 lectures.
Yeah, that's true.
6,500 lectures means Wow.
for 16 years or something like that.
Did he sleep? Did he even eat? Not sure.
He probably did that on the car when going from one lecture to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's strange, man. How would you do 6 on 5 lectures? It took almost 2 years for me to do those 150 lectures. Means I was also busy with rescues and doing videos and all. So I there was no proper guidance in how to do editing and all that. So Arvind helped me a bit in that too. So that was the thing. And yeah, as you said, as we were discussing, online lectures, two best things. If you can do, if you are specialized in that, one thing you can do is if you have care enough to do that thing, you can actually go into cruelty investigation.
Okay.
I appreciate that a lot.
Video footage.
A big salute
Not
to
just
all.
video footage. It's like proper investigation of how many dairies that you go. You know, there was this report by FIAPO or someone.
Well documented.
Well documented study.
Yeah, quantitative, qualitative, insightful study. Not just camera lagao, nahin.
They have to properly form a report of like FIAPO did. 480 something dairies they went and they were like, okay, 70% of the dairies do this.
So that we can use the footage while we are publishing our videos, editing our videos, so that our voiceover, there will be a video also, people can see the cruelty happening, and also the statistics, so that it is not mere village mein nahi hoga, no, it's happening everywhere. So such things are important, because we as vegan activists can't go to every dairy farm to prove him wrong. So such statistics are very much needed.
Especially locally sourced statistics.
Yeah.
So you had mentioned that there's a lot of foreign influence, some Western documentaries and all, which might give different picture. They might have a slightly different version of their facts than ours. So how is it that you talk to people, and how do you do your videos so that you appeal to the local public, so that they don't say that no, this is a Western concept, this is not Indian, I am not comfortable with. How do you break this barrier?
Yeah. The first impression whenever I say vegan is not originated from India. They will just search. It's very easy. Vegan originated from US or somewhere else. So it's automatic. It's default that they will accuse me of veganism. Whether it be because of their ego, because they want to disagree with me intentionally, or else just the impression of it. So from very first video, I was very clear about it that I want to interact with them in Telugu, local language, and want to put out what I see veganism as. Not copy pasting, not seeing Earthling Ed ne kya kaha, likho bhai, put it in a video. No. Whatever comes from within my brain, I write it. So every vegan activist should do that. They should refer all the videos and have some impression, make it local, make it relatable, see the reality, be an audience first. If you want to take a movie, or it's a show, or it's a drama, or it's music, anything that we receive as a service or it's a product, first we have to be that customer or its audience. Will I be impacted with that video? I do even till now, I do that. Would I watch my video and get impacted? If I was a non-vegan, if I watch my video, would that make any difference to me to go vegan? So that's how I write scripts, I do videos. I'll get to know what are the cruelties happening in India through search or through documentaries and all that. I never watch a documentary which is made global documentaries which is made from Western. I only watch Carbstrong to get an idea what are the issues, environmental side and all that. I suggest young activists also not to get influenced by that, because already people have that on veganism. You don't reinforce that impression with Western statistics, Western terminology, Western ideology. Ethics part will be same across all the things. But the cruelty part is different, statistics are different, the way you tell is different. how mature people are, audience, how mature they are, how open they are. All depends on audience. Yep. Yep. We have to put a lot of efforts in that. It's not a simple thing.
Yeah.
It's not a simple thing. We have to be very watchful and mindful about what we are writing and putting on YouTube, because people are seeing it. Every video, every view that is counting, it is counting on the impression on a society that we are making as an activist.
So even
That will
small
come
mistakes,
back.
yeah.
That will come back in future.
Yeah.
Companies will use it against us. People will use it against
Already
us.
begun.
Already begun. You have seen Amul, others, many other vegan activists and vegans are easy target for everyone in the country. Muslims say we are RSS. Hindus say we are Christian missionaries or Western
Right.
propaganda.
Right.
Huh? I have faced all these comments in my comment section.
Okay.
And some other caste guys say it's a Brahmin propaganda, Brahminical patriarchy, and Salman Khan did a movie Radhe in the recent years. Every other YouTuber made a review on that. Easy target, we have become easy target in India. Like vegan ko maro target. Easy target. The only difference with Radhe and vegan is it's very good.
Yeah, veganism actually makes sense.
Radhe is not. Radhe is not.
Okay, guys, there you go there with your Radhe review in 5 seconds.
Done. So we have to change people instead of dealing with sensitive issues or giving a false impression, wrong impression of veganism. That should be the first thing that should be the priority. We need to make vegan community united, strong, very clear about the message what we go local, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Like it should reflect in vegan activism too. Yeah, that's the thing.
So we actually need to develop indigenous methods of reaching out to people, and which actually includes speaking in their native languages and stuff like that.
Including the footage we use, including the examples we use, including the statistics we use. Many people also include environmental and health things in their videos. I'm not against it, but if they are doing as a side thing when compared to the animals ethics and all that, it's absolutely fine. So whenever we are talking about environment and all that, many people complain that we don't have that much statistics as compared to US or UK.
Find it.
But
Go find it.
Find it. Read documents. Go into government websites. Calculate it. It's not easy. Why you became an activist? If every data is available, if everybody is open enough, what is your job as an activist? Nothing. So that is the activist job. We are the first generations who are facing huge set of populations directly with the message of veganism, where 99% of them don't actually directly understand what it is. So you need to be patient enough, you need to take all the data, be very clear about it. If we lay a strong foundation, then the next generation it will be easy for them to take it forward, many leaps and bounds. So, yep.
So everything essentially, everything that we put out online, it has to be well thought out, because eventually, let's say 10 years down the line, online footprint is still there. Like that's what happens in Twitter. Some people say some stupid shit on Twitter. 10 years later, some controversy happens. All the Twitter IDs go and dig all the bad tweets from a person and they malign him.
Yeah, we actually don't remember that even, and we might have changed 10 years.
Yeah.
In 10 years, but still that will impact us. True. Yeah.
So would you like to comment on the future of veganism in India?
When I started, we can have visions, we can have clarity, but predictions in terms of just statistics, we would reach 20 crore people. There will be 10,000 vegans. No, that's very hard to predict. But major changes within vegan activism, vegan community, I can clearly see. One thing is, I think vegan community shall and need a strong association, unity, which I think will be formed in next 2 to 3 years, where all the vegan activists come, sit together, discuss the plans for the future, the things they want to publish, and that association will be the formal representation of veganism in India, but not any other single NGO.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those NGOs are not the face of veganism. All the things that that the individual activists are doing to reach crores and crores of people, and all the efforts they're putting, these organizations are just ruining it. I'm very sure about that. I feel you also agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because with just one PETA call for Amul, everything changed.
Yeah.
Everything changed. It damaged 100 times more than what we impacted people with for 3 years.
3 years.
The positive impression is gone.
People are making this argument that it is all in good faith because at least a million people, at least a million people heard the word vegan, and I keep cringing about it because that shouldn't be the aim. You shouldn't be aiming at 1 million people hearing the word vegan
Because they heard it in the wrong context.
Exactly. Because people can say, all publicity is good publicity, but that you have to make that distinction. All publicity is good publicity for celebrities. It is not good for a social justice movement.
Yeah.
Yes. If celebrity want to actually talk about veganism and want to impact his audience, he or she will definitely do that on their own. You need not rope in him with a crazy fancy photo shoot in a magazine
Or awards.
or awards. Those are like what do you call IFA awards of Bollywood. Doesn't make any sense.
Totally.
So and one more thing I predict is I see is more and more documentaries.
Local documentaries.
Even I am planning for one. Actually, it got postponed due to this COVID. More documentaries, well-rounded documentaries with not just one person doing it, but team of different actors from different states with expertise in different fields should go. It should also be covering the water footprint, environmental footprint, and all that. Not just cruelty. 40 minutes of straight cruelty will be no. That's not gonna work. At least 10 minutes. The other thing should be there. And the third thing is, I think Vegan Verandah will be the top podcast for veganism in the world. That's for sure. The other two things I'm doubtful. This I'm sure.
Vegan Verandah, if that happens, Vegan Verandah will catalyze the first two.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You are anyways now doing that. You guys are, your intention is very pure and true to the cause of veganism. That's great. That's what we needed, and we are even seeing this Veganish. It is not anymore niche, NICHE. Veganish is becoming a major threat.
It's a problem. I mean, it's not even a neutral thing. It is a net negative.
Yeah. It's like vegetarianism took another name.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, by the way, veganish people don't even have to be vegetarian. By the way.
Oh my God.
You can be veganish, and if you go to your grandma's place and your grandma cooks dead animals,
That's
you have
fine.
to eat it. And if you eat it, you are veganish. You are not vegetarianish.
So I think in coming few years people would be saying just he killed an animal, but I'm still veganish. That would also come in the coming days. So what these people are making is they're sympathizing more with humans' addictions and their mindset more than the actual victims. That's very sad.
Correct.
The whole focus is shifted. Okay, you are stuck at eggs, leaving eggs. don't feel bad. You please take time. Let the hens die. You take time. I am with you. Don't worry.
You know what boggles my mind? Veganism is the only movement where we have an ish. Veganism is the only place where we have a veganish. There is no I am anti-homophobish.
Yeah.
There is no I am anti-racism-ish. There is no I am anti-sexism-ish. But there is a veganish.
I think all this veganist thing is coming out in an aim to appease the audience and appeal for donors. But what I find strange in India is, even if it is there in every country, this veganist thing, but those people were not so influential in doing that. They were not very successful in doing that, but here in India we are seeing what impact it is creating. That's very sad. I think we need to act on it.
And I think the reason for that is, when veganism started in the West, there was a certain amount of vegans there certain amount of people that went vegan. And after that point, there was a veganish things that was starting in the West. In India, you just started to go vegan, and then it is going along with that. So that is where the problem lies.
So, Aputa, you want to ask something else to Ravi?
So one thing I find it very strange is, I can understand media and people taking veganism in a wrong sense. That happens. We as activists creating a wrong definition to them is
It's even worse.
upsetting, very upsetting. You don't change the definition, the core meaning and ethics of it just to appease people. That's very sad.
And the statistic of people are at least reducing their contribution to suffering, that is not actually true. It doesn't, it is like karma, it kind of accumulates. So if I am vegan today, I am not saving animals by being vegan. I am just not supporting the cruelty.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, supporting the
not participating.
Yeah, that doesn't mean exploitation has stopped. Doesn't mean that has stopped. When it will stop is when everyone stops participating.
Yes.
So saying that it is better that someone eats animals once a week than 7 days a week, it doesn't really add too much, because there are still animals dying.
True. Very
So the problem is not how many animals are dying. The problem is animals are dying. So it is not a question of magnitude. It's not a quantitative thing. It's a qualitative thing.
Yep. True.
So, Ravi, I want to thank you very much for giving your time to us today. Would you have any do you have anything to say to the listeners of the Vegan Veranda? Be it vegan or non-vegan.
One thing we say in every of my videos, just go vegan, guys. It's already go vegan.
It's a no-brainer. It's 2021. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. No, none of us can actually see into an animal's eye directly and say your life is less than my taste buds. That we can't do. You can't kill an animal. You can't be in their place in a cage for 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes stay in a cage. The whole view on animals would change forever. You can't directly see an animal being killed. Then what are you waiting for? Just go vegan. There is no other way to save animals. You actually need not go to a poultry shop and take away the gate and say, chickens, go live a free life. No, you need not say that. Just stop participating in the injustice already happening and just make other people realize we have a huge task to do. There are 140 crores of us and 750 crores of people across the world, and the animals are being killed every second and increasing every day. So just go vegan already. No worries. We are not living in any other country. We are living in India, which is predominantly vegetarian, means not in terms of how many people are vegetarian, but how much quantity we eat in a particular diet every day is hugely vegetarian.
Yeah.
And nobody eats meat in India every day, though they are
There are people,
very,
but yeah.
yeah, my very mind.
Yeah.
So we are living, nobody is dying of protein deficiency or calcium deficiency, but yeah, we as India are malnourished due to our poverty, due to income inequality, and due to food scarcity, improper food chain system, storage systems, and many other things. But for an average guy, those are not the actual reasons. Every normal person can go vegan, and we vegans who are already changed to vegan should act like a normal person, so that every normal person can see us.
We are just like you.
Okay, every normal person can go vegan. So it's not extreme. So we need to act normal. Means normal means whoever we are. Yeah, and that's one thing. And second thing to activists is stop fighting among yourself. Yeah, by 50% of your time you are interacting with vegan. So once all the people in India or else the world come to a certain level on the view of on their animals, then we all can fight together. Then I am ready. Let's kill each other. Okay, let's kill each other in the vegan debate. Till then, just hold on.
You know, that actually went straight here because I'm one of those fighters.
Yeah, we need to fight like the veganist thing, the celebrity thing, the organization. That I can understand. The threats that you consider, that should be avoided. We need vegan warriors like you, and I will also step in and do my bit. And I request Arvind also. Gaurav is there, and yeah. But the silly things, like let me say, human rights issues coming into so much into animal rights, not needed. These people, if you can see, they don't even do a thing in human rights.
Yeah.
They'll see human rights, animal rights, all rights, and see, इसने यहाँ वो mistake किया. Bring him down. Bring the activist down. Cancel. Reject. He doesn't have arhata, means what you call right. Doesn't deserve it, and all kinds of things. And second thing is, we vegans, as I said, should be united and reject the organizations. Whatever they are saying, they are not the actual representative of veganism. We need to tell this to organizations. First, we need to politely reach them and ask them to stop. Please stop that. That's not helping anyone. You're trying to appeal your donors. That's what you're doing. Be true to yourself. You can directly say to them, if they don't change, we need to become the face of veganism. The true vegans who don't dilute the message of veganism. Animal rights. To the people.
And more importantly, the amount of funds that they put into this.
Oh my God.
It could go somewhere else. It could go somewhere else.
Yeah. Many activists like me are actually struggling to get enough funds every year. And many people are actually stopping their activism without lack of funds. And because survival is also important. If we don't have anything to eat, we have desires, right?
You can spend 2 lakh rupees to conduct an online event, or you can give 2 lakh rupees to an activist who is struggling, and he will actually genuinely make the world a better place. Yeah.
Yes, true. And one more thing is this environmental thing, the westernization of veganism. So one example I can give, and if you are there who say they are non-violent but do very rash things, like I'll take example of TLC company. So I find it very strange, because the only place you don't want to actually influence people is when they are actually eating. Eating is a many people take it very personally, very with their ego, and And doing it publicly in front of everyone saying you are the culprit for the animals dying there, see the video. No. There's a way to reach people. You can do more effective activism. If you have a choice to do more effective activism, why do this and ruin everything? I saw a video when DXA activists went into McDonald's or something. They took the video and the other guy was not taking them seriously and started taunting activists. He took a video in reverse, and that video he posted in his own platform. That went viral more than the views of activists. See the negative impact, and simple logic, 95% of people don't eat in KFC or McDonald's, guys.
Yeah, they eat at home.
They eat at home. What are you targeting? Companies.
You know what I think? I think this is the most perfect analogy in this scenario. Us vegans going into KFC and McDonald's and doing all of this demonstration. What it is exactly analogous to? It is analogous to couples in parks who are smooching, and then the guard comes and kind of moral polices them. That is the exact analogy.
Yeah.
The couples are not going to stop. They're going to go home and do it.
Yeah. True. So one more thing is the influence of Western documentaries and all that, as we discussed. So people activists ask people to go vegan, stop eating chicken or else dairy because Amazon forest is burning. Amazon forest is burning. I should stop here. That's how is it gonna happen? If people listen to that, Amazon forest? No. I didn't order this from Amazon. I ordered this from Swiggy. Which has nothing to do with Amazon. That's how people think. People care, okay, but Amazon not related, guys. So these are the few things I just want to add.
It's
if there is any specific question, you can shoot, or else that's it from my side.
Sure, I would just suggest that anyone who is watching, you can just put it in the comments. Like, do you want something else to know from the great Ravi? You want to ask him something else? So we can have another episode with him, and
I'm eagerly waiting for
eat some more of his time.
Yes. Because vegan community have so many issues to be addressed, and hope our talks reach more people.
We actually need a veranda where all the vegans sit and iron things out.
Not just organizations conducting conferences, but we need to have conferences as a big unit.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think on that note, I hope all of you love this podcast. It was a really emotional, moving and informational interaction for us. And to be honest, we didn't know what we are going into, okay? But that's how it is. That's the best thing about our podcast, is that we don't go in without expectations. We just go in and do it, and it's totally spontaneous. And so the thing is, whatever we have come up with, we have to kind of evaluate that. We have to talk about it. We have to sort things out, because this is, in my opinion, the most important movement in the history of human.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. And guys, these things that we did talk for 1 hour, 1.5 hours.
1.5 hour, almost.
So these are not just information to you. Many of you already know this. If you are a serious vegan activist, you already know this. If you are not serious about vegan activists, please get to know about these issues. These issues are to be addressed. These should be our priority. If we don't, I don't like Greta Thunberg that much, but I use her statement, act like our house is on fire. We need to panic. So that's kind of situation is there. We need not panic, but we need to think about it and take it seriously and show it in our actions. Talking चलता रहता है, WhatsApp पे चलता है, podcast में चलता है, but let us make it.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Let us make it happen. Yeah, nobody will.
So great.
Earthling Ed won't come here.
It has to be Ravi Keerthi. It has to be Arvind Animal Activism.
Yeah,
It has to be the vegan Veranda. It has to be you who is watching this video.
We should define our future for veganism in India. There is no other one coming. As long as individual, serious, pure activists are silent, this organization will take away the movement, hijack the movement from us. So, they did their things. They have their limitations. They did their things. They did few right things and many wrong things. But now it's time that individuals play a huge role. They're already doing, and within the vegan activism scene also they need to take an active role.
So I think on that inspirational note, we bring a close to this podcast, this episode with Mr. Ravi Keerthi, Mr. Keerthi Mahaan. So
you can find him on Facebook as Mission Vegan Andhra, and his profile is also quite popular. We'll also put up his links in the
It's
description
Mission Vegan
below.
Andhra on Facebook and YouTube, guys, and on Twitter and Instagram it's Animal Activist Ravi. I'll be always available on comments, message. And one more thing, it's not just about videos or posters, it's about interacting and engaging with people. Just putting out the content won't change people. It's just a seed, it's just an eye opener. If you want to make people actually realize and change, you need to interact. That's when the human angle, there is a human out there who is interacting with me. If I have a doubt, vegan community is open for comments. They will engage in discussions. So 50% of my time actually goes into comments, handling, and the messages. So
Great. So do follow him everywhere, and do follow us.
If you like this
on
video,
Instagram,
just
Facebook.
drop a like. Tell us what was your best moment from this podcast. What did you like about this podcast? What did we discuss? Just let us know in the comment section below.
And also, please do share your stories, guys.
Yeah.
What do you find in India most interesting in terms of vegan activism, or else most bad thing that should change? Please do interact.
Let us know. Let us know.
We are a community, right? We should grow as a community.
So on that same note, let's meet on the same veranda next week, where we'll discuss something, even more inspirational.
More about Indian veganism.
And until then, stay safe, stay vegan. Goodbye.